Hey guys, happy Sunday night. Coming to you with a little dose of hope. Hope you're doing great. It's Sunday night, right? And so maybe you are already out for the week or the month or whatever. Maybe you're still at home enjoying a night at home, which is great. But I have been noticing, not only in my Facebook group, Accelerate Your Health, but a couple of other groups I'm in, and just some comments on some posts, that motivation has been a little challenging lately. Hey everybody! Kentucky, Bee Spring, Kentucky. No idea where that is, but drive safe. No idea. I'm sure it's just as awesome as Hartford, Wisconsin. Oh, but motivation, sorry if the camera's a little rumbly. I can't walk and keep my arms super still at the same time. I'm talented, but not that talented. But motivation has been a little waversome. And one of the many things that I have learned in my life so far is that when we kind of get in the wrong headspace for whatever reason, it can really mess with any progress that we've made. It can mess with the fancy goals that we've set, and it can take a perfectly good day and just drop it down the tubes in a second. And I'm really conscious of this. One, because I'm a recovering addict and I have addictive personality, and I know that even just negative crap, it's like all of a sudden my mind is just there and obsessed, and I can't pull it away. So I have to be very conscious of that. I don't know if you're the same way. But when you're feeling like you just don't want to, you just don't want to keep doing whatever, whether it's your job, or whether it's trying to get on the healthy bus, or it's get up off your butt and get a couple steps in, because we all can. It's just we choose not to for whatever reason. We all have good reasons that are just really, really bad excuses, but we call them good reasons, right? At least I do. And when our mind is going down that gutter, when my mind goes down that gutter, you guys, a lot. When my mind goes down that gutter, one of the things that I always remind myself is, Hope, you've already been through the hardest things in your life up to this point, and you've survived. You've already made it through, right? And I start having that conversation with myself. Don't want to get hit by a car. Oh, it's the beauty of country living, right? No sidewalks. And I find myself on that spiral, and I start having this conversation because one, most of the time we don't let other people in and tell them what's really going on, because we either think we're going to be judged, or we think they're not going to stand, or we think we're a special unicorn, whatever it is. But if I can't have that conversation with myself and kind of pull myself out of the gutter and kind of reason with myself a little bit and lay it all out, I just keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper. And that's one of the big reasons why I'm such a big advocate for basic movement and getting out and exercising and getting out and moving. Because when I can't talk myself out of the gutter, when I can't get myself up enough, if I just get moving in any capacity, my mind within 5-10 minutes, even sometimes, I can start to see my thoughts changing. I can start to see my motivation changing. And this is just me spewing, okay? This is just me spewing. I'm not a research expert or anything like that, although I do my research enough. Don't you think it's interesting, the connection between a sedentary, obese, now when I say lazy, don't take it the wrong way, but we're not physically as active and mobile as we used to be however many years ago. So the connection between that and depression, the rise in suicide, the rise in mental health issues, like there is a list as long as a triple ply toilet paper roll. And I think about this stuff a lot. Don't you think that there's a connection there? Don't you think that there's a connection there? That your mind is going down in the gutter, you're feeling crappy about yourself, you're not reaching your goals, hell, you're not setting goals. And the fact that your life also does not have enough activity in it, does not have enough movement in it. I have noticed in my own life, and in the thousands of people, I can't believe I can even say that at that point, of people that I've worked with over the last 20 years, the connection between not sleeping well, not being able to fall asleep, not being able to get your mind to turn off, and the lack of movement. It's like having a tank of gas and it's full, and then going to fill up that gas tank and wondering why you can't put more in. Because you haven't used any, my friend. You haven't used it all. Our bodies are the same way. You gotta empty the tank every single day. And I know I say this to myself sometimes too. Oh, I didn't have any time. Or, oh, my life is just so complicated. Or, oh, I'm just so busy. And here's the thing I'm telling to myself now. This is the new conversation I have. If you haven't thought I'm crazy already, it's totally cool. I talk to myself a lot. It's not that I don't have any time, okay? So when you say to yourself, I don't have any time for blank, or I was too busy for blank, what you're really saying, what I'm really saying is I chose not to make that a priority. Changes the game a little, doesn't it? Changes the mental conversation a little bit, doesn't it? Changes how you feel about what decision you just made, doesn't it? Hey, Richard, how are you? So the next time, I want you to try this. The next time, this week, okay? This Sunday night, the next time you find yourself saying, I don't have enough time to get out and walk laps around my truck, okay? I'm not saying you have to find some fancy trail, okay? What you're really saying is, I chose not to prioritize my health, and therefore I accept the consequences. And I say this to myself too. If you walk into the truck stop, and yeah, there's limited options. Like, I get it. I'm trying to work on a couple of connections I have. I'm trying to advocate for some of those changes, but it is not an easy road. When you walk in, there are some things that you can do. There are some options there. When you don't seek those out, you don't even try. You have to try. I know some of you I know that you're looking for those things that I've suggested in my blogs and in my lives and on a lot of the stuff that I've wrote about, especially for like truck stop food. Like, I know you've been following a lot of these things. When you go in and right away before you even step in, you're already like, there is nothing healthy here, therefore I don't have to try. What you're really saying is, I don't want to take the time to look for those things, therefore I'm going to choose this other stuff. We could say this about anything in life. I do this with my kids all the time. When they want something but they don't want to put in the time, they don't want to put in the effort, I'm like, no, you chose not to. You chose not to do that. And therefore you're doing this, and now you accept the consequences. And so if you're lacking a little bit of motivation, if you're not getting the results that you want for anything in life, pay attention. Pay attention, my friend, to how it is that you have that conversation in your head. And notice the pathway that you take, the road that you take, and where it's bringing you to. Like I said, I'm so blown away. I'm so conscious in my own life of when I keep saying to myself, I don't have the time, It's because I'm choosing not to take the time. When I don't have the time, like to get out and walk, you guys, it's free, okay? It's free. I'm choosing not to make time for that. Therefore, I accept the consequences of what it feels like when I don't move. How my body feels, how my digestive system feels, how I mentally feel, okay? I'm accepting the consequences for that. I'm just turning around now. So what can you do today? What can you do today for yourself? How can you change that conversation in your head? This is not an overnight process. This is not a now I'm thinking better tomorrow. But what we can do is start to pay more attention on how much we are actually in the driver's seat, pun intended, of our own lives. How much we actually control our actions. How much we actually control what it is we reap in life. Shit happens. There are a lot of things that are out of our control. But one thing I know for absolute certain, I will go toe to toe up with anybody, is that the thoughts in your head, these thoughts up here, you can change them. You can change them. I am living proof of that. I was told by not one, not two, but 3 different doctors that best case scenario, I learned to function on medication indefinitely. They wrote me off. They wrote me off that I was just going to be another statistic, just somebody that's floating through life. And I decided to choose different. I decided that that would not be my life. I had to fight for that. I had to fight for that. And I am so glad I did. So I always feel like if I can do it, as deep in the hole as I was, if I can do that, anybody can. Anybody can, and that's including you. So whatever goals you're trying to reach for in your life, personal, professional, health, whatever it is, it's not everybody else. It's not the environment. It's not your boss. It's not your spouse. It's not the truck stop. It's none of that. It starts here. It's got to start here. Pay attention to the conversation. You can't change something that you're not aware of. And once you're aware of it, don't get down on yourself. Don't be like, ugh, man, I'm a mess. We're all a mess, you guys. Anyone that perceives themselves not to be a mess is lying. We're all a mess. But once you're aware of it, that's how you can start changing those conversations in your head, changing the trajectory of where it is you're taking yourself in your life. You get to be responsible for that. You get to be in the driver's seat. You get to choose. Don't take that choice lightly. And once you do that, get ready, because life gets so much better. It's not great every day, but when you try to find the good things, life is great. And so let's start this week out strong. Let's start this week out on our best foot. Let's start this week out motivated. Let's start this week out thinking that we can, seeing the pockets of time we can get up and move. I don't care how you move, but get up and move. Find the places where you can get that bottle of water in, eat the damn salad even if you don't like it, and notice how you feel afterwards. Notice how you feel afterwards, because I guarantee it that you are going to feel better every single day you make a good choice for yourself in your life. Hey Rana, hey Diana, thanks guys so much. Hey Grievous, thank you so much. Absolutely. So here's the deal. Don't forget, like, share, comment on this post. This lets Facebook know that you guys are watching, and I will be back again. I'm trying really hard to, again, it's the I have time, right? See, I do it too. To keep coming to you guys live. If you haven't yet signed up, I got bugs in my face, for the challenge, the free challenge that myself and Julie Dillon from St. Christopher Trucker Relief Fund is doing starting August 30th. Please sign up. It's absolutely free. You get stuff like this. You get me every day. Isn't that awesome? And you get Julie. And we're going to keep you moving forward towards better health, mentally, physically, emotionally. And it starts with small, simple changes. You know that that's what we're all about. So make sure you look into that. I'll drop the link here as soon as I get back and drop it in the comments. If you already know where it is, you can also join our Facebook group, Accelerate Your Health, and get info in there too. But share, like. Thank you guys so much. Love you lots. Please, please remember, it starts with the conversation up here. We got this. Bye guys. Peace out.